Alright, so welcome back to another Versus remake, part of the Wave 7 edition here. And today we have Goliath versus Deviljho, two of the most powerful apex predators in their respective universes. Or at least one of in Deviljho's case. So we're using a base Deviljho versus a stage 3 regular Goliath, and they will be fighting on Isla Sorna. Now, fully dinosaur inhabited, both will be fully accustomed to the island, and both will, I guess you could say, be taken off for a little bit, let the dinosaurs, repopulate, and then they'll just be dropped in there, fully hungry, fully bloodlusted, and everything. So again, regular Deviljho versus a stage 3 Goliath. So without further ado, let's begin, starting off with the tier. Now, let's start off with Deviljho here, and he would easily be into those planetary level ranges. This is because he does scale relative at least to Elder Dragons, like Namiel and Valhazak, who are capable of at least holding their own against other fellow Elder Dragons, respectively. This is important here because he also scales to the likes of Nergigante and Rajang as well here, considering they're both able to overpower the likes of Kirin and even feed on them. This would easily get to that multi-continental stage at a lower end here. However, because Elder Dragons do equal each other, we do know that some Elder Dragons are capable of creating the likes of black holes like Geismagorn. This also includes Elder Dragons like Malzeno and obviously, Elder Dragon level beings like Magna Malo, who's able to stalemate Velkhana. Nergigante is superior to Velkhana, and Deviljho is able to not only manhandle for a little bit, but actually, get a good grip on him here. So again, this will go into that large planetary scaling, or considering the fact that Deviljho is a bit lower than his Savage stage here, this would actually put him around planetary, because again, he's lower than his Savage state here, which is basically him amplified, but with a lot more hunger and mindless control here. Considering his hacks and abilities, Deviljho possesses Dragon Element. Now, Dragon Element is a destructive weapon, actually utilized to not only weaken prey, but also being able to seal their abilities. However, this can still be dodged and outmaneuvered by more agile and even flying creatures as well here. In terms of how Deviljho's, other things work here, he's able to casually toss large boulders and stuff like that, and even able to use the dragon element in different ways, such as a blast, a smoke cloud around him to keep his opponents away, and, kind of amplify his bites, or basically deadly, make his bites more deadlier. So that is going to cut it for Deviljho here. Now onto his opponent, Goliath. Now Goliath would also be into those planetary ranges as well here. And believe it or not, most of the species in Evolve are, with them actually having certain advantages over each other, which again is normal in terms of fictional characters here. Some characters can be in the same tier, but someone can either be deeper in it or have an edge over the other person because they have something, more than them. So we'll obviously be using a stage 3 Goliath here, and let's actually talk about the reasons why. Now, this comes from the lore of the game here, and we actually know that the host, Leviathans, and the Behemoths, were all a part of a different planet known as Factor. However, their war resulted in the planet being destroyed and then winding up on Sheer. So this means that they pulled a quiet place, except they were the ones that actually destroyed their planet in a battle against I guess you could say, another group of colonists with probably much more devastating weapon, and then that's what happened. Now, Goliath himself being stronger than the others is actually confirmed in the game, as he's noted to be the strongest monster. And again, he can casually throw boulders and stuff like that, tear apart nuclear reactors and stuff there, and being able to endure their explosions pretty easily. Plus, even with the hunters, they do have things like they're able to drop like this massive amounts of highly advanced missiles from the year 2030, which is what this game takes place in. And Goliath in general actually is pretty dangerous here, especially with his intelligence here. He actually has the intelligence to not only plan and coordinate assaults with his fellow brethren, and he's able to ambush, actually lead the hunters into traps here and ambushes, not from just himself, but to other monsters as well, which makes him pretty dangerous here. In terms of his hacks and what he can do, Goliath possesses massive amounts of fire manipulation by generating the plasma in his body and causing them to, basically become fire itself. He can use this to amplify his strikes, amplify his more rock-based attacks as he digs into the ground, channels that fire through it, and then just throws it here. This includes his strikes where he's able to channel fire into his fist and actually release a powerful explosion, and obviously his signature fire breath, which is even able to eat through force fields and cause massive amounts of damage. So with that being said here, what is Goliath's speed? Well, Goliath would actually be in the relativistic, if not into the FTL margin, because in the sheer fact he's able to dodge laser pulses from some of the hunters here. And yes, you can actually do this here. You actually just have to, I guess you could say, be very quick with it. And keep in mind how the hunters adapt as well. Goliath is also able to adapt and overcome the hunters, even against hunters like Kala, who actually utilizes the biology of Kraken, who actually has the ability to bypass the defenses, if not the armor or durability of his opponent. And again, Goliath is known to actually be able to constantly win these matches as well here, even overcoming hunters like Slim and, again, Kalo, who attack on a biological level, meaning that his durability and his resistance is through the roof here, and he's able to push through that kind of pain here in order to, well, get the dub here. Goliath can also eat material in order to regenerate himself here. However, this is mainly due to him being able to eat plant material and actually regenerate himself and his health here to actually a decent margin. So with that being said here, we could actually begin this matchup here. Considering both combatants are equal here, I guess we just have to really talk about who actually wins this matchup more often than not. Goliath versus Deviljho. And I will be redoing my Goliath in Monster Hunter. I would actually be seeing how he could survive as well. I know I put a poll up, but I actually forgot to make one for him, so I do apologize. He will also be a part of the survival remake section. So with that being said here, Deviljho is easily, I would have to say, the physically stronger of the two here. And this is because he has more experience fighting against other monsters. Albeit in the game's original writing for Evolve here, he was supposed to be able to, well, Goliath was supposed to fight Leviathan and Glacial Serpents, but unfortunately that did get cut from the game. But again, considering more of the lower still canon, I'm going to consider this canon as well. So again, Goliath does have experience, but not in the same likelihood as Deviljho here, concerning he does fight other monsters. But once he hits stage 3, they're kind of just nothing to him at that point here. So Deviljho definitely takes it in physical strength. However, Goliath actually has, I would probably say, a bit more durability, considering he is taking more advanced tech, while Deviljho is getting, I guess you could say, attacked by more magical means here. So maybe I would definitely give their durability definitely equal. However, Goliath is definitely faster and more intelligent here. And this is the kind of problem that has kind of plagued Deviljho here. And the sheer fact that most of the animals in Monster Hunter are more intelligent and a lot more dangerous than he is here. You see, Deviljho actually handles some of the more weaker monsters we actually see. And based on the, ecology of these monsters such as Gameth and Rustaramboros, creatures that would normally satisfy a Deviljho's hunger, they're actually pretty dangerous for a Deviljho to attack. Even the likes of a Black Diablos, which is a female Diablos in Heat, by the way, Deviljhos do not go out of their way to attack them, despite the sheer fact that they've been able to handle male Diabloses, but this is very possible that they're handling young male Diabloses rather than the males that are capable of actually besting the female Diabloses, meaning that Deviljho probably ain't really like that. I'm just saying, I'm not discrediting Deviljho or nothing, but I'm saying that it's very possible he does not hunt the peak or the pinnacle of this species like he normally does here. And again, does get by, well, his dragon energy. Now, the dragon element is definitely an issue here. And basically, that would bypass Goliath's durability. But again, he's dealt with that before in more specific means, more direct means to his biology. Now, I'm not going to pull the whole, oh, well, since he's an alien and Deviljho's kind of a natural monster, it wouldn't work. No, I'm not going to pull that here. I think it will work regardless here. I'm just saying that Goliath probably won't even be too affected by it. And even then, he can get out of dodge here.
What I think is going to give Goliath the win here is the sheer fact that he is more intelligent, more skilled, and is capable of deploying a lot more tactics in battle than the likes of Deviljho. Deviljho is, yes, a brute wyvern, and he acts like it here. Meanwhile, Goliath acts a bit more methodical and a bit more controlled and a lot more intelligent here. And in all honesty, I can actually see Goliath actually utilizing his superior speed and the fact that he has more long range attacks than Deviljho to kind of wear the big guy down until Goliath gets a devastating and probably just overpowers Deviljho when he's tired. And so I think Goliath would definitely feast on Deviljho after that, obtaining his dragon energy as his own, considering that is one of his abilities. But hey, that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.